Hi guys. Today let's talk about the learnings I had in working in a startup. So basically, uh, so I also had a few myths before joining the startup, and I have got cleared of them. So let's talk about them. So basically, before going to startup, I thought like startup CEO needs to be a techie. Okay, so that's what I thought. CEO will be a techie because we mostly seen CEOs of Flipkart and Ola and other techies. So I thought the same way. I thought like I mean, since it is a tech company, it needs to be run by a techie only. But when I joined a startup, I found out like CEO and CEO won't have no coding experience, right? So I later figured out like, I mean, if you want to run a tech company, you don't need to be techie. What you need to know is the business problem in the domain that you're working, in the market that you're working. You need to know the problem well and execution capability. These are things needed, and all tech things are handled by separate tech team. This I have learned, and yeah. So this one and. The next thing is I felt like if you want to join a startup, you have to take a salary cut to join a startup. That was the idea I had, but when I joined, I found out like people in startup earn more, and also they get lot of ESOPs also. Okay, so there is no need to take salary cut as such. Okay, and the third thing is I thought there won't be much work-life balance. So whatever I have seen, at least more than 80 percentage of the time, it will be like any big companies only. I didn't see any work-life balance issue or anything. So it might be during we have to be available on calls. That is one thing, and other than that, I don't think work-life balance is a big issue. Okay, it's not that much big an issue. And next thing is regarding the product, I thought like nobody in startup. They don't wait for the product to get ready 100% with all capabilities and then go to the market. They don't do like that. What they do is something called MVP, minimum viable product. So which means they build the minimal product that will be accepted by a client. So they make that and they give it to the uh, uh, customers, clients, and they use it, and based on the feedback, new features are getting added through every product cycle. So basically minimum product goes there, and after that new features are getting added in every product cycle. So that's what happens. So you, which means it's from a basic learning, like you don't need to wait for the 100% of the product to go to the market. Otherwise, some competitors will go before you. So this is the concept MVP used. And next thing is, uh, see, they don't buy any tools unless the need arises. Okay, so there is no extra spending as such, because in startup it's all about cost cutting. Okay, so I was working in a B2B startup where our product is used by clients, and clients has to will raise their issues, and they we need to resolve them. But the thing is, uh, in the company for 2 to 2.5 years, all issues were handled through WhatsApp groups. There was no ticketing tool like Freshdesk used. So only when at a particular scale the client count went about 10 or 15, where there was a need arised, there is a tool needed. So that time only we went for the ticketing tool. Okay, so till then every issues of the client is handled through WhatsApp groups, events. So actually, this way, there is no. What I want to stress is there is no tool that is bought till the pressing need arises. Okay, so this is something and thing, and that the next thing is this is some common sensical thing, but we don't do normally all the time. So it's all about if multiple issues arises. Okay, so which issue we have to give more importance. Obviously we have to give importance to the issue that is more critical, right? So we have to gauge the criticality and act upon it, right? So which normally many people don't do. So this I learned it here. Suppose you have a order transaction processing system, and a particular issue A, so which affects some 10 orders, and a particular issue B which affects 1000 orders, uh, and obviously we have to give importance to the issue B and get it resolved. But sometimes in an organization what happens is both the issues are created, treated equally, and issue B loses its importance, right? So actually that I learned, like you have to weigh the issues, and based on it you have to act. Okay, this is one thing. And last thing is actually founders, they don't start with knowing everything. Okay, so which means, but they have the confidence they will learn everything on the go. Okay, that's how they started. So we might think from outside like they know everything, right? So it's not like that. So they learn everything on the go, and the main thing is they know the confidence that in the somehow down the line they will figure it out. And also the same thing, like if you are funded by a particular VC firm, that suppose say SL Partners, they will having other startups also funded by SL, so you will get to interact with other founders, and you will get an idea. Okay, so you will get the clear the doubts there. So it's something like something as an employee we do, right? We interact with other employees and found out, like if you have any issue arises, right, we will interact with the other employees and get it settled. The same way founders also interact with other founders and get it resolved. And suppose take you are building a B2B product and taking it to market like US or Europe. Okay, so I thought like the founders will be knowing everything, right? So they will know how to sell the product in Europe. But actually it doesn't happen like that. So they tie up with the agency there, and those agencies will give you leads. They charge you based on lead basis, and they do the share the leads and guide you. Okay, so you can take up the help of others and do. So everything is learned on the go. Okay, so these are the things I want to share. Yeah. Okay, thanks.